Gangstas. So, the moon is in Gemini right now. That's why I chose to do your reading tonight. Also, we're going to have the eclipse on the 14th, right? And we're right in the third quarter moon. So, there's definitely like heavy lunar energy in the air. I'm feeling it, man. Or maybe I'm just sleepy. No kidding. I'm just kidding. But there's definitely that heavy Gemini energy, that duality, the polarity, the even having to recognize aspects of our own, like shadow and light, and and that of other people. So, who are you? What's your energy tonight? Or today, whenever you get this message, right? These are timeless readings. They will find you when they're meant to. The blue flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. Very nice. Blue flame makes me think of like the masculine energy of like the twin flames, This awakening, this activation. I like it. Let's see. What are you awakening to? Alright, every spiritual awakening is awakening us to something. Each lesson is a different lesson. Each enlightenment is on a different subject. So, what are you awakening to? Shit's gotta change, bro. 8 of Cups. Something's gotta get. Walking away from something that you've invested time, energy, and everything into. What is it, right? Because you could be walking away from a job, a living situation, a relationship, family situation, whatever the case. What are you walking away from? Three of Swords in reverse. Elaborate. Stubbornness. So, Three of Swords in reverse is like trying to avoid getting your heart broken, right? Or being emotionally vulnerable. Trying to avoid, it's like self-preservation, if you will. With the King of Cups in reverse, it's like an unwillingness to feel something or to explore certain feelings. With the Fool in reverse, because you don't want to make the wrong move, or you don't want to do something that will turn out foolish, right? The Tower in reverse, it's almost like that saying, like, you can't win or lose if you never play the game, And so it's kind of like you've been standing on the sidelines of something, kind of refusing to take a leap in a certain direction because there's less at stake if you don't put yourself on the line somehow. Okay? This is what you're learning, though. That through the not exploring something or not being open to something, you've actually faced different kinds of disappointments. Trying to protect your feelings or preserve your vulnerabilities, you know. Very, very interesting. So, I'm getting two different energies. I'm feeling runner chaser, right? Two of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody is very decisive. Somebody already is like, I know how it's gonna be, and that's just it. Like, or they've, made a decision or weighed out options, and they're like, okay, this is the option I'm choosing, right? Very decisive energy. Then we have Two of Wands. Very indecisive energy. This is sitting on a fence. This is like, being at a crossroads about something. So maybe something that you once were so certain of before, right? This decision that you made in the past, you were like, this is the best decision. This is why, da 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 da. But I see you kind of revisiting this and kind of like looking at the ships as they're coming in, and you're kind of like, well, I know I was so decisive back then, but something's changed, right? It's a Gemini energy, the flip-flop of energies. Something has changed. What's changed? Time. Time will change you. Six of Wands. Either you or somebody else is getting some kind of recognition or acknowledgement in the public eye. And this is changing things. I'm getting a bit cold, sorry. Not sorry. Okay. It's like things are changing because of the kind of attention that you're getting or somebody else is getting. You're like revisiting this decision. And it's the same Fool, right? Same guy in both. You see the guy up here on the horse? It's the same dude that's here. And so it could either be a desire to be seen in a certain light, or that you're starting to be seen in a certain light, and it's creating, like, I don't want to say confusion, but indecision. Like revisiting something you were once so decisive about. So the devil in reverse, because the devil is no longer influencing your decisions, right? And the devil is not just like in the Bible, the devil. This is addictions, obsessions, toxic people, toxic individuals, manipulators, deceivers. You know, like if you think of the devil, that's basically the energy of that, right? And it's like whatever was manipulating or swaying your decision before is now kind of like fading out of the picture. And you're starting to see things with, it's almost like, for example, when I didn't know I had bad vision, right? Until I went to an eye doctor and they put the things on and they had me look at through the different glasses. And the first time I put on a pair of glasses and I could see everything, I was like, oh my gosh, I was just so blind. Everything was foggy, nothing was clear. I didn't even know that there were certain, depths that you're supposed to see in, until I put on a pair of glasses. And it's almost like you weren't aware until the fog lifted and you were able to see clearly, like, a situation. It's like there's clarity happening. And it's making you kind of revisit whatever decision you had made before. Almost like you had made a decision, but it wasn't based on you. It was based on like the influence of this other energy. Could have even been like an ambition that you had like kind of let go of. You're like, no, that could just, lead to failure or whatever. But it's like the fear is being lifted as well. All right, what is your advice? How is that advice? Okay. So we have the High Priestess in reverse with the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. And it's kind of, your advice right now is to release doubt. Right? Don't entertain doubt. Understand, discern the difference between overthinking and intuition, because oftentimes they're hard to discern. One you feel and one you think, so it's really asking you to tap into your feelings. What do your feelings say about your situation? Because that's where you're going to find the most truth. Rather than trying to over-intellectualize a situation. Think with your heart brain. We have the Emperor in reverse, Aries energy. Why is this in reverse? Two of Swords in reverse with the Hanged Man. Guardedness is inhibiting you from taking an action or taking the lead on something. We have Queen of Swords in reverse. This could be the energy of somebody you're dealing with, because it's very opposite of the masculine energies that have been showing up. So this is either you or somebody else, but the Queen of Swords in reverse is saying like somebody is like soft and receptive, right? You, despite the hang-ups, despite the guardedness. And I feel this energy of like somebody like bringing the walls down, if you will. Ace of Wands in reverse. Somebody does not expect you to take an action, right? It's like even though their walls are down, even though there's like a level of vulnerability to them, they don't expect you to actually initiate this passionate new beginning. With the Ace of Wands in reverse, with the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. I see like somebody kind of climbing out of their shell and out of their comfort zone into the unknown a bit. Alright, what else does Spirit want you to know in regards to this? Clarify. The Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy. The Star in reverse, and Six of Pentacles. Star in reverse is Aquarius energy. So either one, there's a balance struggle, or a struggle for balance. The Star in reverse has to do with your doubts, right? Going back to that High Priestess in reverse. And then Six of Pentacles. It's like when you pay too much attention to the limitations rather than the potential. So with the Six of Pentacles, it's like I feel this energy of you feeling like people rely on you to continue on the way that you've been, you know? And you've been feeding the seeds of doubt, right? Or just kind of like telling yourself that could never happen. Something could just never happen. And what does Spirit say about that? Can it never happen? Only so long as you stay in your situation with Six of Swords in reverse. It's up to you if it can happen. It's not up to the universe. It's up to you. And that's where the Two of Wands energy comes up, because you know it's up to you. It's your decision to make. It's your free will. So right now your future is kind of like hanging in the balance of like possibilities. Interesting. We have Judgment in reverse with the Justice card. Hella Libra energy. Also, those are both court cards. So if this is in regards to a court thing, I'm seeing it rule like favorably. With the Judgment in reverse, though, it's like you still need to make a judgment call, right? The Justice card tells me that the best case scenario is what will occur. And it's up to you. Justice, karmic justice will happen regardless. Like, things will be balanced out. The scales will be balanced out. If you've been sacrificing your happiness for situations that really don't care about your happiness, I feel that you're going to really be sitting on the fence making a decision about that, because Spirit will even out the odds one way or another. You have to choose what you want, what your most fulfilling path is, and visualize it. Write it out. Write like a little map of like your ideal life. If there were no limitations, if money wasn't a thing, if there were, if there's nothing standing in the way between you and all that you desire, what would that look like? And start chasing that, Kudakula. To receive your divine inheritance of blessings and support for sacred fulfillment, certain karmic conditions that resonate at a lower frequency need to be cleared. Kudakula signifies a time of rapid movement on your path and freedom to attract what you want and need. Let go of that which does not belong in your world. Release and you shall receive. Just like I said. Sribala. Commit entirely and without hesitation to your most passionate inspirations. There are genius and wisdom in what you yearn to do. You have a greater capacity to attain fruition than those around you may recognize. Believe in yourself even if no one else does. It is not imagination that drives you toward your destiny, but the instinctive recognition of your true purpose. Guya Kali. It is time to realize the true nature of certain life circumstances. Be grateful for what you have learned, but see things for what they are rather than what you wish them to be. You shall be able to recognize, process, and prosper from the truth, and do not need to fear the revelations that are unfolding. Anywho, that's what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I will see you later.